And welcome back to You Love Comic Books. This is episode 10. In this show, I basically showcase my comic book hauls, comic book specs, comic book speculations, and I also do some reviews on some of the newer books. I can't say they're in depth. I'm not an expert reviewer of any kind. It's just my opinion as someone who's been reading comics for a very long time. And yeah, so why don't we just go into it? But before we do, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you need to watch the video first before you do that, of course, feel free. Yeah, let's go into it. All right. So just to start with some current books or my pull, which I don't really have much. I've been reducing how much I pull when it comes to new books. I've been focusing more on older books, collecting older books. But, all right, let's go into it. Joker number 9, or as I like to call it, Commissioner Gordon, the series. This is, I do enjoy this book. So I make the joke and say that it's really a Commissioner Gordon comic because it is a Commissioner Gordon comic. They labeled it the Joker, and it makes sense. You can't really have a villain like the Joker be the protagonist because his character is like all mysterious and everything, and an enigma. You don't really know what's going on with him. And to have him be the main star means you have to focus on him. He's an unreliable narrator. There's a lot of story techniques that have to be the characters. Like what makes the character the Joker, like you would have to sacrifice like what it's about so you can have a coherent story. So it is better to have a character like Commissioner Gordon ground the series. It's just, I don't know. I could see if someone's reading this, it feels like a bait and switch a bit, especially being that it's a $5.99 a month book, which is definitely one of their probably the most expensive monthly book. Or one of the most expensive monthly books out there. It is a quality comic, though. The writing is good. The artwork is consistently good. And it has a backup story with Punchline, which is, it's kind of okay. I don't feel like it's going anywhere. I'm not really interested in the Punchline character that much. I feel like they kind of, she came in strong, and like the value of her first appearances were like in through the roof, and I feel like they've kind of dropped the ball on her character a little bit until they don't do something big with her in the next 6 months. Anyone that spent $100 on that first appearance, I think is gonna regret it. But we'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. All right, here's the second one. Star Wars High Republic. I'm gonna give this one more issue, and after that, I'm done. I don't really care about this story. Characters are okay. I'm sure they're going to make a series of it, and the first issues will go, in the comic book back issue market will go insane, and everyone's going to like... I just don't really care about this story. I don't know. I don't feel like... I'm not invested in any of these characters. I don't feel like in this comic series, they established really what the High Republic is. Like... It's just Star Wars stuff, Star Wars Jedi stuff, and I don't know, maybe they go in more depths in the books. There's a book series, there's an IDW series, like there's a whole bunch of different media. So, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, I'm going to give it one more issue and see. And Batman, this is the last new book, Batman, Fear State 117. Again, very well done book, artwork is amazing. Jimenez is one of the better artists out there, especially for DC. The colorist does an incredible job of making the artwork come out, like really pop. And again, it's a $4.99 book, but it is a quality book, so it's definitely worth that. I guess this is James Tinian's last issue. I think this might be my last issue. I think this might be a good time to leave. I don't know. I go in and out of Batman. That's how I always work. So we'll see. And every time I always leave Batman comic, they always have something big that happens, and then I miss it. But oh well, you can't stay with the comic series forever if you're not into it. It's just the way it goes. All right, on to the back issues, or the comic book haul, the specs, all the different stuff. So this book I've been wanting for quite some time. It's funny, I've been buying comics since I was a kid, paying attention to comics, but I bought Marvel Comics Presents. I have several issues. I bought it for a while, like when they did the Weapon X story, and I kind of bailed on the series after like issue 100. And I didn't even know this series, like this happened. So Wolverine and Venom teamed up, and it was illustrated by the iconic, amazing Sam Keith. If you know who he is, he illustrated the Max comic. I don't know if you remember that. There was an MTV series, it's Image comic. He's also famous for doing like pardon my French, a bunch of Wolverine covers and Marvel Comics Presents artwork with Wolverine. He's a very unique style, so it's really awesome to have Venom and Sam Keith draw Venom. And I've been trying to find this comic for a very long time now. I went to this one store recently and found it for $1. And usually I don't inspect the book and make sure it's not completely destroyed. But I said, you know what, it's just $1. I'm just gonna grab it. I'm not gonna open it up in the store. I'm not gonna make a big scene. I'm not gonna get the comic store involved. It's only $1. Just gonna grab it. Don't make a big deal about it. I'm like, this book goes for way more. It's at least an average of $20 book. It's an amazing cover. It's in an amazing condition. I opened it up at home, looked at it. It is pristine, near mint, at least a near mint. If it were pressing, I could see this being a 9.8. It is really good. And again, it's just an amazing cover of Sam Keith with Wolverine. This team up. Now, they had, it lasts like 5 or 6 issues, so they had 118. It's funny, for some reason this one was only $1, but this one was $3, and it's not as in good condition. I don't question it, I just grab them, and I go. Yeah, well, I pay first. You gotta pay first, because that's stealing it. But again, an awesome cover. Sam Keith did not draw the cover. He did do the interiors. So they didn't have 120 and 121. I need to find those. But here's another sick cover. And again, it's just like this weird thing. It's like I've been buying comics for years, and I'm like, how did I not know about these? Until I found out about these like a year ago. That Wolverine, and this is like a poster, this is like something you want to wear as a t-shirt or something, Yeah, it's just awesome. I love it. All right, here we go. Found this. This book has been kind of popping lately. I thought I had it in my collection. I guess I didn't back in the day. I got it for just $5, which isn't bad. It's been going for like 20. It's Morbius #1. It's from the 90s with the Midnight Suns storyline. It's been picking up. The first Morbius is in Amazing Spider-Man 101, which is a very expensive book. It's a very hard book to find in good condition. And again, even in a lower condition, it's going to cost you hundreds of dollars. So this book has kind of been the poor man's Morbius. And I, be a poor man, I'm going to grab this. Happy to have it. I just love the cover. It's a great cover. I mean, it's just like, again, just like, buy me, it's issue 1. And I think, whatever, I don't know what else to say. Moon Knight 190, got this one. This is a part of a storyline. The rumor is that this character, I think he's the Sun King, is going to show up in the Moon Knight series. Ethan Hawke is supposedly playing the villain. Of course, there's a lot of speculation. No one really knows who the villain is of this series. And they're not sure. So this book has been on the rise. Issue 188 is a more expensive one. Again, just happy to have this one. All right, here we go. Wow. This is Arthur Adams, Magic cover, Strange Academy. This book is going for like $30 on average on eBay. I got it for cover. I think we'll cover maybe like $1 more. I'm just happy to, I saw it on this comic stand, and, these Arthur Adams variant covers, when it just focuses on, like, a woman, those back issues. There's like a Firestar, another Magic, a was it the White Queen? I always screw up her name. Emma Frost. Those go for like, those are really hard to get, and they go for a lot of money. And this is kind of part of that series. So I figured I might as well grab it. It's an amazing art. And Arthur Adams is the best. What can I say? She-Hulk number 9. All right, here we go. So I've been wanting to get this one for a while. And the store had it. So I grabbed it. That's how it works. You see something that you want, you grab it and you buy it. If you have the money, of course. Now, why this issue is special is it's the first appearance of Ultima, which is one of She-Hulk's villains. And there's a rumor that she will be in the She-Hulk series. This is part of the original She-Hulk 1 through 25 is the series. Number 1 being her first appearance. And number 1, of course, is the really expensive one. Number 25 goes for a decent amount too, because it's the last issue and it's rare and it's like a black cover, so it's like harder to keep in good condition. This is like the second or third, becoming the second or third most expensive issue to get in the series. So I got it for a good price and want to grab it and I'm not really going after collecting the entire run. I have a decent amount of that first run. We'll see. But I figured I might as well grab this one, being that this is going to be one of the more expensive issues. Aquaman number 1 from 1986. It's him in his fancy blue costume. The rumor, a photo leaked, and it was of the Aquaman series of Jason Momoa. And he is wearing a blue suit. Not a blue suit like a fancy suit, but like an Aquaman suit that's blue. So this issue's been picking up. If you get it for a really cheap price, it's worth getting. Werewolf by Night number 2. It's part of the I think it was like 4 issues, and it's basically based on the new Werewolf by Night. I forgot his name, but they're bringing Werewolf by Night into Disney Plus, and they're basing it on this version of Werewolf by Night. Now, it's not to take away from the original series from the 70s, which has gone for crazy money, being that it's the first appearances of Moon Knight and everything in it, and just some other, like, just horror books from the 70s have become very valuable over the years. But I had number 1. I think I have number 3. So number 2 at a decent price, at like basically cover price, so I figured I'd grab it. Blue Devil, annual 1. I've been trying to find this one. I've found beat up copies from, this one was only $2, and it's in really good condition. It's got a little smudge there, but it could probably be cleaned out. It's in really good condition. Goes for a lot more than this. This is considered, I don't know, it's debatable. I guess this is considered the first appearance of Justice League Dark, or I don't know, I'm getting it wrong, but it's the first appearance of like a monster team, in DC. And I think it's considered the first Justice League Dark, or whatever version that would be. So if you find this for super cheap, or, unless you're a Blue Devil fan and you're a big fan of the Demon and the Creeper and all these other characters, then yeah, I mean, if you see a really good copy, it's worth getting. But I'm just happy to get it for what I did. I've been trying to complete the Moon Knight series, volume 1. I only need a couple left, so I've been chipping away. Found these. This one is in really good condition. Number 30, which has a Werewolf by Night in it, is one of the more expensive issues in this series. I still need to get 29, which has a really awesome cover, another black cover, but it features just Werewolf by Night's face. It's an iconic Bill Sienkiewicz. Trying to get that one. Fortunately, I didn't get it yet. Number 27, 26, 22. So that leaves me, I need to get issue 3, 28, 29, and 38. And unfortunately, except for like 28, 3, 29, and 38 are one of the more expensive issues in the series. So 3 is the first appearance of I think Moon Knight's brother. I could be wrong. The character is one of them. I forgot the name of the character. I should do my research before I do these videos. But if you Google and find out what's the importance of Moon Knight in number 3, you'll find out. Number 29 is the first part of a two-part Werewolf by Night storyline. So, and then number 38 is the last issue of the series of Volume 1 from the early 80s. And just like anything from the, if it's the last issue of the series, usually those last issues have, there's a reason why it was getting canceled. The print number drops, it becomes rare, it's hard to get. So, all right, here we go. This is a big one I got. I got it for a really good price. I couldn't pass it up. This is the second appearance of Ghost Rider. It's in, I would say it's like at a 3 at best. There's like some paint or something, but I feel like if I get a guy who's really good at cleaning books, he can get that off. It's not like, I would say this is a 3 at best, a 4. It's a pretty solid condition. I checked it before I bought it. It's definitely not, and I got it for just 30. I could not pass it up. I saw it, it was at some antique store. It was only 30 bucks. And that may seem like a lot for like a beat up book or anything like that, but this is the second appearance of Ghost Rider. So Marvel Spotlight number 5 is the first one. And I figured if I don't get it, I'm going to regret it. Just grab it. It's still a decent copy. Still somewhat presents well. Like I said, and I feel like this is something that could be cleaned up and fixed. So happy to have it. All right, last one. Here's the big book. Werewolf by Night, number 37, third appearance of Moon Knight. Again, this is not a perfect book. It has some warping and it has some minor war damage over here. But I inspected the book when I purchased it. I only got it. I got it for 40, which it has no major bends of any kind. It doesn't have really any spine damage. It just needs to be, if it gets pressed and cleaned, so I get a really good person who can press and clean and fix a book that maybe has some minor water damage, just a little bit. I think this book can be a solid, like an 8. This has potential, and that's why I grabbed it. I was like, and I figured if I don't grab it, I'm going to regret it because it's in really good condition. I'm happy to have it. I was able, early this summer, I could have gotten number 33, which is the second appearance. I could have gotten it for probably pretty cheap, but I didn't. But from what I remember, it was in pretty bad condition. It would have been cool to still have in the collection, but I don't know. Doesn't matter. I don't know why I even talk about it. I'm just happy to have this one. And again, I feel like this is one that's fixable. I could fix it, you know? I could fix this. I could get this fixed. So, yeah. So this is what I got this week. So I'm happy to have, there's some really good stuff in here, and I'm happy to get it, and I got it at a really good price, which is the key when you're collecting, because that's what makes it fun. Now I could just go on eBay and spend like 60, 70 bucks for easily on a even worse condition copy than this, and have to, you know, but you find it in a store, you got to grab it. You know, same here. This goes, I could go, you know, you get like a 2.0, 3.0 of this book. It's going to cost like $200, so. And then the Moon Knight Volume 1 issues are going up. They released like, kind of like a little trailer on Disney Plus Day, like a minor trailer. And these books are just going to become harder to get, Moon Knight. And that's another reason why I grabbed that Werewolf by Night. But again, happy to have these. I feel like this is like one of those like secret keys. There's potential in this one. Same thing here. This one, again, either that ultimate character will never amount to anything, and it's a dud or not. Either way, I'm happy to get it because I want to complete I would like to eventually complete the first 25 issue run of She-Hulk. Happy to have this one. Again, good to have in the collection. Morbius, the movie is coming out in January. Happy to have these, like these things that I just didn't know existed, especially this. Again, I just love that cover. It's so cool. So, yeah. All right. Well, if you like what you've seen, give it a like on the buttons below. If you want to see more of my videos, subscribe. If you have anything to ask or say, or questions on the books, or anything pertaining to this video, leave a comment. You're going to see a little box here and a box there, and that's going to be the previous videos. And then you're going to see a subscribe button right here. So, all right, well, on that note, on that note, I don't know. I'm gonna go buy some more comics and do another video at some point. So, all right, later.